Wow. I'm going to admit, did not think the Boston Celtics were going to come back, but I am so happy that they did. So before we start today's video, I want to hear, what do you guys think of Payton Pritchard, and what do you think of the team's defense? Is it as bad as people say it is? And what do you think they need to do to fix it? So let's hop in. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics. I'd love to hear your comments, and hitting the like, subscribe button will really help me out. So let's go in. So Payton Pritchard actually was playing a lot of minutes, 27 minutes. And something that I found really interesting was what seemed like he was in the end of the game. I was like, wow, they have Payton Pritchard until I think it was the 3-minute marker. He had one play at the end of the game that it was a really good look. He crossed somebody over, got a pick, and he took a 3-pointer and he missed it, but it was a good look. And the reason I think they pulled him out was defense, because as soon as they pulled him out, the Pacers attacked the rim again. Sorry for saying Pacers attacked the rim again, exactly where Payton Pritchard was last time. And this time, Tristan Thompson was there and was able to make the defensive stuff. So I was able to see why they pulled Payton Pritchard out of the game. But I remember, if you do remember, I said Payton Pritchard has a chance of getting the Tyler Hero role for the Boston Celtics this year. And I say that by meaning he'll have the confidence of the coaching staff to believe in him and be able to get more minutes than you expect a usual rookie, especially a rookie who was taken later in the first round. And that's what I meant by the Tyler Hero. And we're kind of seeing it. So back-to-back games, scoring double digits. We're not going to act like he's setting the world on fire, but I love how stats look when it's the first 4 games. He's shooting 64% from the floor and 71% from 3. We know he went 0 for 2 for tonight, but all around, he's a player who does stuff on the stat sheet. I just burp because I'm drinking seltzer and it's non-conducive gases. But he's a guy who sometimes won't pop up on the stat sheet. And what he does is a lot of things that you would consider the dirty work. He's a guy who's getting 5 rebounds tonight, 5 assists tonight. He's getting steals. He might not have a steal at the end of the game, but tonight he had a steal. Last 2 games he had 2 steals. And he's a guy who just always is a active participator on defense. He's always trying to do his best, just aggressively defending. And it's just, I think what's really interesting about him is the fact that he might not be a finished product for being 22 years old. And I think it's really fun to watch Payton Pritchard, especially on this team, and how Brad Stevens is using him because Kemba's out. And we don't know how Kemba is going to come back. Will Kemba be Charlotte Hornets, literally looking like he's on a joystick, just working his way with dribbles and scoring at will? And we don't know if that's going to be the Kemba that comes back. And Brian Wanamaker obviously isn't on the team. And Brian Wanamaker was such a great player for them. So it's very interesting to see how Payton Pritchard's role will develop as the year progresses, because he seemingly looks like the 6-man / backup point guard over Jeff Teague. I'm confident to say that. And the next guy I want to talk about, congratulations. Let's give a little round of applause to Jayson Tatum, because he just broke 4,000 career points for the Boston Celtics. And congrats to him. And he's looking good. I just, he had a good defensive game this game. I do want to say the first half, and especially in the parts of the third quarter, pretty much the third quarter until Boston Celtics came back, it didn't look like a good game defensively. And Jayson Tatum churned it up, and he went off. I honestly thought I was about to make a video on the Indiana Pacers before the Boston Celtics, but I'm glad I'm making my dad's favorite team is the Boston Celtics. He went to school in Boston, Cambridge, and so longtime Celtics fan. It's one of my favorite teams, so it's always very enjoyable to watch the Boston Celtics win and play winning basketball. And I think one of the things is Jayson Tatum's a guy that I can tell you all night about how great of a scorer he is. He can score over anybody. He seemingly is already a top 15 player, in my opinion, and he's going to prove it this year. I think Jayson Tatum could have an MVP year this year if he's able to consistently have nights like these. I think that is capable of doing that. But he's not the one I really want to talk about. Jaylen Brown. Tonight, Jaylen Brown did interest me because he played really good defense. 4 steals. And You could say he is having a down year on the three-point shot. It seems like he hasn't been able to hit anything this year. And I think this is just like not trying to disparage him at all. I think Jaylen Brown is a great player. If you watch my last Boston Celtics video, I gave him so much appraisal. I think coming out of California, people were like, he's going to be an elite defender, but might never be that great two-way player because his offense might never catch up. And I think he's exceeded all expectations of what we thought he was coming out of college. Now, I obviously think Jaylen Brown is definitely a tier below Jayson Tatum. I think that's confident to say that. Like, I think he's a top 30 guy. I think Jaylen Brown's a top 30 guy, while Jayson Tatum's a top 15 guy. And I think that's like a very, very, I don't even think that's like a hot take. I want to hear Boston Celtics fans down below. Would you agree with that? Is Jaylen Brown a tier below? And I don't think it's not affecting the team in any way, but it makes you think if they could trade for James Harden. I'm not saying that they should. First off, not saying that they should, because I know someone's already typing away on their keyboard like they should never take for James Harden. But what I'm saying is, look, James Harden, top 15 player. And Jayson Tatum, I believe, is a top 15 player. Right now, you have a top 15 and a top 30 player. Could Jaylen Brown become a top 15 player? Yeah. I could see him becoming a top 20, top 20 maybe. Top 25 most likely. But I think it's what you want. It's like James Harden might get you to the finals this year and maybe next year. But Jaylen Brown will be here for a lot longer. It's like, do you want short-term success or do you want long-term success? And that's what you got to decide as a franchise of what you want to do. That's just my take on it. Either way, great game, great comeback by the Boston Celtics. Definitely think this team, a lot of people were talking about their defense and all that good stuff, but I really think as long as they can find a legitimate scorer, or not, it's not that they need to find. Once Kemba Walker comes back, I think a lot of concerns will dissipate. I don't even know. I was trying to make a word up. Disappear for this team. And I think that's just, we got to wait, because when Kemba comes back, they'll have a guy able to come off the bench, I believe. I think Marcus Smart will be able to be that scorer off the bench. I truly believe that. So I want to hear your comments down below. You made it to the end of the video, so if you're part of the end of the video, gang, comment down below. Like, subscribe for more daily NBA content like this. And yeah, I'll try to make my videos more higher quality once we get those subs up. But basically, guys, that's the end of the video. Really do. I hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys. Peace out.